My sister publicly announced she was pregnant with my husband's child, and my parents acted like it was normal. I thought the worst part of my wedding was when my sister Lila wore white. Turns out that was just the warm-up act. Let me back up. Lila is 2 years younger than me, and she's been stealing my thunder since we were kids. When I made honor roll, she'd fake a panic attack to steal attention. When I got my first job at 16, she suddenly developed mystery stomach pains that required daily doctor visits during my shifts, so I'd have to call out to babysit. My parents never saw it. Lila's just going through a rough patch, they'd say. Be more understanding. In high school, it got worse. She'd befriend every guy I had a crush on, then sleep with them the week before I planned to ask them out. She had this sick talent for timing. I'd mention liking someone at dinner Tuesday, and by Friday she'd be posting Instagram stories from their bedroom. The pattern continued through college. When I got into Northwestern, she suddenly decided she wanted to transfer there too. When I joined the debate team, she showed up to tryouts claiming she'd always been interested in public speaking. When I started dating my first serious boyfriend Adrian, she convinced him I was cheating by showing him fake text screenshots she'd created. I learned to keep my life private. Secret social media accounts, dating apps she didn't know about. I'd meet guys at coffee shops across town, away from her radar. That's how I met Rowan 3 years ago. He was a software engineer, quiet and genuine. For 8 months, I managed to keep him completely hidden. We'd meet at his apartment, go to restaurants in different neighborhoods, even took weekend trips to cities 2 hours away. But Lila has this supernatural ability to sniff out my happiness. I started noticing little things. She'd ask why I was smiling at my phone, why I was dressing nicer, why I was gone every weekend suddenly. Then she started following me. I'd spot her car 2 lanes over on the highway when Rowan and I drove to his parents' house. She'd show up at the same grocery store we shopped at, claiming she just happened to be in the neighborhood. Once, I caught her sitting in the parking lot outside Rowan's apartment building, pretending to be on a phone call. When Rowan proposed, I made a fatal mistake. I was so happy I told my parents immediately. Within hours, Lila was asking pointed questions. What's his last name again? Where did you say he works? Oh, that apartment complex on 5th Street? I have a friend who lives there. I should have eloped. Instead, I planned a small wedding thinking I could control the damage. I gave Lila the most boring bridesmaid duties possible. I seated her at the kids' table. I even hired security to watch her during the ceremony. But she behaved perfectly. Too perfectly. She gave a sweet maid of honor speech. She danced with our grandfather. She even helped clean up afterward. I actually thought I'd finally won. The first red flag came 2 weeks after the honeymoon. Rowan started working late, really late, coming home at 10-11 p.m. with vague excuses about server issues and client emergencies. His phone was suddenly password protected. He'd shower immediately when he got home, claiming he felt gross from the office. Then Lila started acting strange too. She'd call me at weird hours just to chat. She'd ask detailed questions about Rowan's schedule. Does he still go to that gym on Tuesdays? Still working those late shifts this week? I found the hotel receipt in Rowan's jacket pocket 5 months after our wedding, the Marriott downtown. The same night he claimed to be debugging code until midnight. The same night Lila posted a mysterious Instagram story from what looked like a hotel bathroom. But I needed proof, real proof. So I waited, watching, gathering evidence like a detective building a case. The night before my wedding, she cornered Rowan at the rehearsal dinner. I watched from across the room as she whispered something in his ear. He looked uncomfortable, but I figured she was just being her usual inappropriate self. Fast forward 6 months. I'm finally feeling secure in my marriage when Lila calls a family dinner. She stands up, glass in hand, beaming smile on her face. I have wonderful news to share, she announces. I'm pregnant. Everyone starts congratulating her until she holds up her hand. And the father is Rowan. The room goes dead silent. I'm staring at my husband, who's gone completely pale. My parents are looking between us like they're watching tennis. Then my mom breaks the silence. Well, this is certainly unexpected, but family is family, right? That's when I realized I'd married into the wrong bloodline entirely.